Hello, everybody, and we're back with some more Minecraft Creative Hour. Today, we're building more junk, and I guess I skipped making the portal region. Here I am, letting y'all know what has been built so far, and just kind of showing it off, just feeling good about what I've done thus far before I get down and dirty with my hands, and we just start just annihilating this island for our purposes. But yes, I got down. I was chatting on Discord with some friends and decided to just remake this portal on my own. Just I wanted the freedom to not feel like I was recording for some reason. Sometimes my brain does that. So you did miss some texturing here, but this is not the end of the portal or the area around it by any means. It is going to evolve, it is going to grow, it is going to be expanded, and new things are going to be added over the course of the next several episodes. So don't feel bad. We have some pathways here, some roads. One island is almost completely blank. So a lot is going to be happening, and I'm very excited to share it with you. And here we go with some texturing of the roads. The roads change so many times during this. They get textured and retextured. And I even record with a texture pack for a couple of episodes, I think. It's a whole process. Man. But this one's going to be a little bit shorter than the last one. At only a little over 16 minutes. A few more transitions, and perhaps I decide to put music in this one. Nah. I don't know that I feel like it. Honestly, I like just being able to domineer everything with my own voice, but I feel like it's nicer with background music. Honestly, some of you should probably comment below on how you feel about having music in here, huh? Maybe that's a thing to do. Let's zoom in here and see what is happening in the video so far. But yeah, we're going to make all kinds of roads. A main one along this edge of the island towards the bridge, and then some more later as I try to make more of a town. I fell in love with this concrete powder. Maybe I should bring it back. Very muddy road, but it doesn't match some of the other roads that exist throughout everything. So I probably end up kind of pulling away from them. I do want to standardize the roads. I feel like that's a good idea overall. But we'll see. We'll see as the thing continues. And I hope I'm not talking too quietly. I'm taking the chance to practice having a fully used voice, honestly. Here we go. Had a random freaking traveling tradesman. They kind of just show up sometimes. They don't seem to care much for anything. They're silly boys. Yep, and just doing the edge of the beach and everything. I really wish I had the wherewithal and the strength of character to go down there and get rid of all the unnecessary sand, but I'm not that good, so I will trust you to be my friends and not look down there. Just don't do it. Don't diggity gosh darn do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not a good idea. Now, this one's being recorded the same as last week's. Same day, actually. Had a pretty decent day at work, not gonna lie. Short. Simplistic. My gravel looks like freaking old gravel, doesn't it? That's weird. And yeah, there's some more Portal play. But I have to admit that I'm glad to be home. It's pretty late. I find that most of my creative energies come out late. How do you guys feel? Do your creative energies come out late? Do you have to wait till it is nighttime? Do you perhaps have creative energy in the morning? Any of you who have creative energies in the morning and the drive to wake up early in the morning, I'm jealous. I'm genuinely jealous. You are lucky. Society treasures you, and I don't know if I can be happy about that, because like it doesn't treasure me, and like I want love, I want to be desired, so screw you, I guess. No, I'm playing. Here we go, checking out the other islands, getting the big old view. I love it. Not a long-term view. The camera doesn't slow down, man. We just go. We go. I'm sure there's some slowed down moments somewhere in this fast forwarded footage. Here's me deciding what I want to do with the shape of this third island that I kind of made up myself. It is going to morph. It is going to be different, and I'm excited for that as well. I really want to get back to making a lot more of my more interesting content. I want to get back to my tabletop role-playing series, actually. I call it a series. There's only one episode up. I have to discuss and think about and decide what my next concept or topic is going to be about and break it down and write down that script. Let me tell you, it is not simple. It's not easy. It takes a lot of effort. And I am thankful to anybody who can do that sort of stuff. Here's looking at the Nether. I did a nice little edit so that you kind of go into the Nether instantly. I do kind of love that. And I decided to do some Nether exploration here because I want to find some things. I want to find the Nether fortresses and their blocks, even though I can technically make them now that I found Netherrack or whatever. I want to find, the skeleton skulls and stuff like that. Soul sand, the recipes for nether wart, and this magma stuff, the soul sand, the potions. I want to explore, and it's creative mode, but exploration is still a good thing. It's a little bit slowed down here until I felt that it's not the most interesting exploration, but like, look at that big ass lake, man. It's so cool. And even with these more normal speed sections of gameplay, this video is still shorter than the last one, which is very interesting to me. Perhaps I did more than an hour last time, huh? They should average around 15 minutes long because I am cutting it down by 400% from an hour. But, I mess up sometimes. Finding glowstone's important. Glowstone's very useful. Hidden lighting and all that. So I'm glad I found it. In fact, I haven't thought about the fact that I've found it multiple times. I was focused so heavily on, we have quartz. We have quartz now. I didn't even think about that. I mean, that's silly. Like, quartz is so useful, and all I could focus on was the Nether fortress. So here's me going back, noticing that I'm wasting my time. And just kind of like sprinting. And after this, I believe we do less real-time segments because it's, probably getting boring. But yeah, dude, imagine trying to explore all of this without flight. Jesus. And I set the cobblestones as breadcrumbs. I want to make sure I can get back, obviously. I don't want to get lost. I should probably write down my coordinates and I can just teleport to them. But I'd also want to write down the coordinates for like the Nether fortress. It's a whole thing. We'll turn these into roads one day or delete them or something. It's fine. We don't have to think about it in depth, do we? Here we go. And we're speeding up. So yeah, I take different routes and different roads and do bridges and under things and over things and breaking through lava. Excuse the interruption, but family is doing what family does. Birdie? Okay, the bird is scratching the bone. You're going to hear the bird scratch the bone. As long as the bird does not peep, we are fine. I respect bird's existence. She's lovely. She keeps me company. And honestly, she hasn't been biting on her nettle bone recently, so I hope you guys just like the scratchy sound. The scratchy sound is my bird being healthy and good and wholesome. But as we get to the 9-minute part here, we're a little bit closer to the end than we are to the beginning. I once again ask you guys to share any ideas you have. Has this series perhaps made you want to play Minecraft? Have you perhaps been inspired by some creative ideas? How have you guys felt about the fact that Minecraft seems to have had some kind of revival and being brought back and more people playing it? Old people as well as young people, right? That's very cool stuff, yo. I mean, I know it's a corporation making more money, which is sad, but, at the end of the day, it isn't just emotions here. There's power players and there's people probably making bank off of us having our friendly friendships and experiences, which always makes me a little uncomfortable. But what can you do, right? But yeah, it's a whole thing. I think I got a little bit too thinky about it, So I'm still exploring the Nether, trying to find all the different parts, and I decided to work, I guess, on, well, the portal. We must complicate the portal. Why? Simply because I feel like it. Because I want it to be big and fancy, and I want to feel powerful when I enter it. I don't know. I always wanted to have like a cool Nether area. It's a dream. A fancy dream. I feel like I've gotten quieter over this the course of this, and it doesn't help that my family interrupted, but I don't know. I usually edit it so it sounds a little bit louder, and I never know what's okay in the volume department. Like, I have a little OBS tracker. If anybody knows about audio, I'd love to learn more. How to use OBS to its full potential and everything. Birdie, I love you, but you're being a loud frick. Yeah, build that up. Build it up. Build it up. But yeah, it eventually becomes like a whole pillarized thing. I forget if I built this all this episode. I might have just gotten obsessed with making a cool Nether portal. That is a thing I would do. Yeah, I think I get obsessed with the Nether portal. I don't feel as introspective as I did in the morning, but I did have fun having that conversation with myself. I must say, this feels sometimes like a bit of a vloggy style situation. I never vlogged. I've never vlogged. Watched some vlogs, specifically Vlog Brothers and some other people on YouTube. And gotta say, it's interesting because you kind of don't want to say too much, but it's also fun to share a bit. There we go. So it's interesting. The night day machine seems to work even when we're here in the Nether, which is fancy. And there we go. I like the arched ways for the freaking portal. It's so cool. I love it. Making this roundish shape was difficult, and what I'm mad about is that it doesn't end up looking like I want it to look, like a column holding up the Nether's roof or something. It becomes too slender, and I really need to work on it and de-slenderify it. But that will come with time. I kind of just like, sometimes you just get to a point where something feels satisfying enough. And if you want to fix it, you're like, I don't want to fix it now, but I'll come back. I will make an reiteration. And that is a good thing to do, whether it's art or a difficult math problem or whatever else you have to deal with in life. Sometimes you have to take time for yourself. You have to take time to recuperate. And that's all right. There we go. Just have a nice moment of silence and enjoy ourselves as we build this tunnel to the roof into the heavens, except we are in hell. I would love if there were more hellish implications to being in the Nether. I think that'd be very intriguing. I like that little lava lamp thing I made. I guess it's not a lava lamp, but you know. It's cool sitting in the corner lighting the area. I never like to get rid of lava and waterfalls. I like to contain them so that they don't cause me traversal troubles. But I never like to just get rid of them permanently, if I can help it. But yeah, see, this is supposed to be like a pillar holding up the roof, but I kind of ran into a cliff and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It kind of messed up a little bit. It's more like a needle. It's not exactly what I wanted. It's a whole thing. I'll have to work on it, and maybe it just stays thick and wide all the way up really high. Oh yeah. I think I started exploring and then forgot that I should probably lay little breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. Ah, that looks prettier. I dig that. Good idea. Good idea, me. Oh, Lord. There we go. And is this where I start exploring? Where do I start exploring? There we go. Smooth stone this time. Something different. And I believe this is a very good trip. We make dividends. We have returns on our investment. Doesn't look like it at first, but I like this trip. This is where we finally find something of note. There we go. We have found the Nether Fortress. It's always nice to find something. I find that even though Nether Fortresses aren't even that exquisite or fine or cool or complex or anything, they're always cool to find, and I like exploring the insides of them. I like going through these places that probably have, okay treasure and expectable bad guys and random generation, and I like exploring them. They're cool. Maybe it's because they're rare to me. Maybe I'd get bored of them one day, right? But I haven't yet. I love finding them. I think they're so cool and imposing. I obviously have a texture pack that makes the netherrack black. I love it. It's good. I feel like it should be like this in vanilla. But yeah, I find myself like loving that part of me where I have this very childish desire to explore these nether fortresses, even knowing to some extent that I'm not really going to find anything all that interesting. I love finding these. I love it with the nether fortresses. I love the idea of finding like mushroom biomes, right? All this stuff like is super rad to me. And we're about to end this episode, so I want to thank you guys for taking this trip with me, this exploration of the Nether. Soon, some links will show up, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.